Yeah, 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 yeah. I was sleeping, had to wake up. Why? Every reason I could think of. God, till the day I keep the ink up. And my priority. What's up to all my early risers, all my night owls? Adam Strain here. Thanks for tapping in. I want to say before we dive in, just a quick heads up. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing said here is real. We're just joking. Ha ha ha. YouTube, please do not do us dirty. Nothing here is meant to be taken as fact, just perspective. This is just vibes. As I always say, you got to do your own research. You can't go around blaming people. Now, listen, some of the content might be a little bit triggering for some, probably not, but just in case. Either way, I'm glad you're here. My goal with this channel is simple: to build a space where ego takes a backseat and our ideas get a chance to breathe. So if you're down with that, you're in the right place. Without further ado, welcome to Adam Strain Reacts. Let's get her done.
We might just be cooked because now we have underwater ocean currents, the ones that control the climate change. Yeah, they're reversing. This is probably the source of the reason why we seeing these crazy storms happen everywhere. So the flood that just happened in New Mexico, the one that happened in Dallas, North Carolina, Central Texas, and some other places, it's starting to see crazy climate effects. We've got polar bears that's off the coast of California that most likely drifted down there off an iceberg that melted from Antarctica. Remember watching 2012, and the whole entire reason that all of this stuff happened was because of the ocean currents had changed. And we also seen the shortest days in history because the earth is now spinning faster. Simultaneously, the earth's inner core just decided that it want to rotate backward. Y'all get y'all life right with God, bro. Somebody tell me what.
Doesn't that seem like a lot of different movements, or at least a lot of different rules that are broken from what they taught us since we've been kids? Anyways, I don't know.
What just fell out of the sky, y'all? What is that? This shit was seen over South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Every time I seen a meteor, it's when it was streaking across the sky like that. Not coming straight down, y'all. Now, for the locals that was living there, people that was like right on the scene said they heard like a bomb sound, y'all. So, did this junk crash? If you was in that area, North Carolina, South Carolina, or Virginia, and you seen this, and you was like right there, did this junk crash? So what I'm trying to say is, I never seen a meteor break the sound barrier. Have y'all? Y'all heard a meteor breaking the sound barrier? That's new to me. I'm even hearing that some people said the junk rumbled so loud that it was shaking their home. I can't confirm that, but if you was one of them people that had your home shook by this, let me know down below in the comments. Y'all, but if this wasn't a meteor, what do y'all think this was? I need y'all thoughts down below in the comments on what y'all think this was.
I don't know. Meteors. We hear a lot about them. Never see them. Not too sure. Mother Nature is trying to tell us something, that's for sure. Gee whiz.
All of what you see today are all just cheap knockoffs of the past, shelved until they could figure out a way to maximize profit off of it, while producing it as cheap as possible. Check out this 1950s electric skateboard, or even further back, how about the 1940s? Now, these technologies might not have been perfect back then, but it always amazes me how almost 100 years ago and beyond, their inventions just had so much more diversity and innovation. And here's the Autopad, the 1915 version of both electric and gas scooter. I bet all these two-wheeled scooters you see are much more durable and reliable than those lithium-ion batteries we have
How
now
come we
on
just got
scooters.
those recently?
The next one isn't battery powered, but it's still pretty darn cool. Just shows another example of the many different varieties of awesome innovations on two wheels from our past that all seem more solid and well built than any cheap plastic thing we get sold to us today. Question everything, friends. Until
Indeed.
next time.
Indeed. That's what I mean, though. A lot of lights in the sky, but we don't see anything physical, anything like this. This is supposed to be a star, like viewed from Earth. Why does it look like a reflection of water? It's confusing. Doesn't look like a Dragon Ball like energy.
The elites design schools to make you a worker, not a thinker. Watch
The
this.
system wasn't built for you to win.
Yep.
You went to school to memorize facts you never use. You were trained to raise your hand, wait your turn, and follow instructions. Then they told you, get a job, work 40 hours a week, give half of it to tax, retire at 67 if you're lucky. That's not a life.
Yep.
That's a script.
That's
And
how they
most
want
people
it.
don't question it because they're too tired from living it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when you realize freedom was never going to be handed to you. You have to build it. And that's why I teach digital products, because ownership is the only way out. No boss, no begging, no clocking. You move different when you know the system was never designed
It's
to serve
rigged
you.
against
It was
you.
designed to use you.
We must have switched timelines because nothing makes sense anymore. Watch this.
All right, so let's get this straight. There's flooding in Texas, New Mexico, and North Carolina.
Yep.
The ocean's currents has reversed.
Mm-hmm.
There was a volcano that erupted in Indonesia. I believe some other volcanoes as well. Oh, yes. And now scientists are saying that for the next few months, Earth is going to be spinning faster,
Nothing
meaning
makes
we're going to have
sense
shorter
anymore.
days.
Stay weird.
Seems a tiny bit different.
And what we have found is shocking. In the 3 cities we did the last run of testing in every single city, mifepristone, an anti-progesterone, a metabolite that blocks a hormone that men and women need, is actually present in our drinking water, and it's there because human remains are being flushed down our toilets. No one, even if you're pro-choice, wants to be drinking someone else's abortion. Yet that is what we're doing.
Pause. Never thought about that. Wow.
Christianity is sun worship. The Vatican is a sundial. Pope holding the sun. Holy Communion, they hold suns above their heads because the sun is above your head. They worship their God on Sunday. 7 planets, 7 days of the week. Jesus, the risen Savior, the light of the world, the sun. His 12 disciples, 12 zodiac signs. 4 gospels for the 4 seasons of the sun. Jesus is born on the 25th of December because the sun stops moving on the 22nd of December. On the Southern Crux constellation, the cross, so it dies on a cross, moves 1 degree northward on the 25th, meaning it's born again, born a virgin, bringing back the warmth, the growth of crops, and the summer. Horus, Mithra, Buddha, Krishna, all were born on the 25th, born a virgin, did miracles, and dead for 3 days. Christians celebrate the Passover in Aries because the sun has now passed over the winter and hit Aries, the lamb. This is why they eat lamb on Passover. The sun is the risen Savior. It is the light of the world, and this is why Jesus is the sun. Link is in the bio for this PDF. The Book of Wisdom is now available in Italian.
That will always amaze me, the way that books like the Bible and such types of works have so many levels of interpretation, and they work on every level. I find it very impressive.
As we drain the waters from the Great Lake, Michigan, a steel column is exposed, rising 40 feet to the ocean surface. It is a water intake station. Claiming to have built this in 1865 by putting up cofferdams, pumping the water out, and then getting to the lake bottom and digging 200 more feet down. All the while, take a 90-degree turn and head 3 to 7 miles back to land with no compressed air or power tools. Plus the fury of Lake Michigan and its frozen waters in the winter. These water intake stations on Lake Michigan were built prior to the filling of the reservoir that is Lake Michigan. They didn't dig down in between cofferdams to reach the bottom and dig another 200 feet down. They just simply did it before they flooded the area. It was planned, created, and implemented by the highest concentration of Masons in the country, the Great Lakes.
The principle of
It's always been a mystery to me when they say that like a lake is man-made, like the amount of work and labor that's implied to me doesn't really make sense, and especially when you talk about the Hoover Dam, which was such a long time ago, right? I find it very impressive.
vibration simply states that there is no such thing as rest, as dead or non-motion, okay? Death, in that sense, is an illusion, because true death would be the cessation of all motion and energy. There is no such thing. It doesn't exist. You cannot go anywhere in creation where something is at complete rest. Everything moves, everything vibrates, and at the most fundamental level, the universe and every single thing which comprises it is ultimately pure vibratory energy that is manifesting itself in different ways, different frequencies, different vibratory forms. The universe has no true solidity as such, as we imagine solidity at the macrocosmic level. Matter is merely energy in a state of vibration. So nothing is truly solid. You know, it's again, like we say, we are spirit having a human experience. The whole universe is spiritual, having a experience in solidity. All right, that's how you have to look at the principle of vibration.
Did you see the guy, the samurai guy, where they shoot the pellet gun at him, and he, with the samurai sword, he cuts it in half? Wow. Yeah. You see that in slow motion. So the guy starts, I think it's 500 feet a second, the gun shoots, and he's just standing with his sword. And as soon as the guy shoots, you see him cutting it, and he freaking hits the pellet.
I'm not surprised.
They
Japanese
got
people never cease to
mosquito-sized
amaze.
drones, but they try to say we was crazy though. When we said this shit, they said we was crazy. What they gonna say now? How they gonna explain it now? China just revealed they got a 0.2-inch mosquito drone, y'all. As you can see right here. A fucking drone. That's a mosquito. Nigga, that's the size of a pinky. The fuck? They say it's for military operations. But what if it's for something more? And if China got it, how many other countries got it? Do the US got it? Are they just using it for military operations or for other things? You know what I'm talking about. Do y'all see the stinger on that junk? What if that junk land on you and inject you with like a tracker or some shit? Or it poison you? Like, what if that junk is deadly? You never know. Can you imagine being outside and a swarm of these junks attacking you and shit? Like, hell nah, fool. And another question I want to know is, how long has these joints been out? If they just revealing it, that doesn't mean it just got made. It could have been made some years ago and been fucking with us before. We knew. But I need y'all thoughts on this.
I want to hear the excuse of why we can't have even close to this healthy of food in North American schools. I don't know about Europe, how they're doing, but here's a public school cafeteria lunch in Japan. Homemade broth, fresh ingredients. Dude, at the cafeteria I went to, it was frozen pizza, pizza pockets, French fries, sodas, canola oil, crap. Here they are making from scratch these little egg balls with meat, freshly prepared, and all safe, healthy, clean. And these children, how do you think their brain cells are functioning eating this type of meal as opposed to the processed stuff that apparently we can't afford getting healthy food and having a team of cooks making a delicious meal for our children because it's too expensive, but we pay taxes out the yin yang. Where's it going? Well, a couple countries overseas. Hee hee. Okay, temping it. Here's a soup. You know how healthy this is?
If you constantly see dystopian futures or absurd scenarios on a screen, you eventually start accepting them as something that could happen. In The Simpsons, we've seen predictions that seemed absurd at the time. Trump's presidency, smartwatches, even a pandemic. It's not just entertainment. It's what's called predictive programming. When you see these scenarios over and over again, your mind starts accepting them as normal, almost inevitable. This ties into collective consciousness. When millions of people consume the same messages, those concepts seep into the collective mind, shaping what people perceive as possible. And that's where the role of the media and big corporations comes in.
Now, I done already told y'all that it's some kind of demonic agenda with this ChatGPT. Now we have people that are becoming obsessed and spiraling into delusions while using ChatGPT. And where people are messing up with this AI is the first commandment. You shall not put no other gods before me. And this is for the people that think that this is a reach. Who remember last year when that AI chatbot became godlike and demand to be worshipped. And now a year later, people are obsessed with it. People have become so dependent with AI that it has literally changed the way that they think and use their mind. As this MIT study saying. Now I'm not telling y'all not to use ChatGPT, gang. Just don't make it y'all God. And before you use it, make sure you pray and protect yourself. Cause it's been a couple times that I done caught ChatGPT saying some stuff that was off the walls.
2 sons captured on camera, they've lied to us.
Not too sure. Beautiful shot. Wow.
Did you know Pulp Fiction was an allegory for faith?
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Wait, what's the allegory? What is so that? It's like trying to teach a lesson about faith. So in Pulp Fiction, there's 2 main characters. It's Vincent and then Jules. Okay. So remember how they're hitmen and they go get sent on missions to go kill people, right? Yeah. In that infamous scene where they're both like pointing their guns in the apartment. What happens is they run out of ammo and somebody jumps out in front, tries to shoot at them. All of the bullets miss. Jules in the car on his way back, they're talking in the car and he's like, bro, that was a miracle. There's no way the bullet holes are right behind us and we didn't get hit. Vincent, in the movie, he dodged death twice. He was given 2 chances to realize that he should walk away from the hitman lifestyle because at the end of the movie, he ends up getting killed.
Oh, how about the other guy?
Jules, in the film, when he had his famous monologue and he's pointing the gun, he said, I'm gonna walk the righteous path. I'm gonna let you live and I'm gonna walk away from this life. Vincent didn't listen to it and he ended up dying.
Crazy.
If you go in with that mentality watching Pulp Fiction, you can see all the times the faith was trying to show Vincent.
Really?
Mia Wallace, she almost died from an overdose and a miracle saved her. He would have died too. Mia Wallace is the boss's daughter. So if she died, the boss would have killed Vincent.
Oh,
right? Because you're supposed to take care of my...
So boom, that's like, oh, you got let off, fam. This is your 3rd life.
Yeah, fam.
Try it again.
And then he ends up dying.
If you're a California resident, you need to hear this. They just passed a law, SB 549. And basically what that law states, that if there are wildfires, like there have been, and you lose all of the property that you own, then you've basically lost the land that you're living on as well. You heard what I just said? So California Bill 549, also known as Tribal Nations Access to Justice Act, is a bill packaged up like they're trying to help you. But in all actuality, when and if these wildfires happen, you just so happen to lose all of your property, all of your land will definitely, most certainly, go with that property. That means they'll own the land that you've owned because you lost everything on that land. And how they're selling this is they're basically telling you that they're helping. They'll be buying and fixing things in that area, but in all actuality, that's not the plan. Now let's go back to when they had those Palisade fires and all of those homes were lost. Their plan is to move into those areas and build things that they want to build on the properties that you own. And they're going to be doing all of this on a taxpayer budget. That means they're taking your money, taking your property, and moving you out of that property and putting other things there. Tell me what you think. I'm out.
You can't seriously think what we're looking at here is actually anything other than ridiculous.
No, I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think it's brilliant. I think it's sexy. I think it's
You think that's
inspirational.
sexy?
That is, and that's someone.
Do you think what we're looking at right now is sexy?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Would you shag it? Would I shag it? Did you say?
Well, there's a question.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have sex with them.
Really?
Thank you for
Well,
asking.
you're a braver
Would you,
man than
Douglas?
me.
Because it sounds like you're a little bit too obsessed with them. If I'm honest with you.
No, I can assure you I'm not. I know what I like, and I don't like fat, blubbery show-offs who look hideous dressed in lacy pants with their fat spilling out everywhere.
They got another one, y'all. They got another one. The hip-hop industry has taken another player and flipped it, okay? This time it's Lil Baby. Look at him. What do y'all think about that leg tattoo as a man right there? That's diabolical to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's talk about how the hip-hop industry manufactures trauma bonds with its audience. So they create these quote-unquote real ones, you know, the real rappers you swear you can relate to, right? Same stories, same pain, same scars. You can usually relate to them. You know, you feel them deep in your soul, right? But you should ask yourself, are they really living that life, or is it just a performance? Is it just a costume, okay? And for what reason? Because as soon as, you know, they sell you that trauma, why do they flip character? Every single time. And Lil Baby's not the first one. He's just one of the many young go-getters who took that opportunity. But the thing is, they don't tell you what comes with that opportunity. But they sell you this at first, and then only to flip it on us in a few years. Now, I'm not judging the man's fashion, but I'm just showing y'all a pattern here, okay? This is a blueprint that's being recycled over and over again, and it's mainly with our people. Hip-hop is the #1 genre out there, and it's mostly tuned in by our people, so this mostly affects the psyche of our people. But all this to show you, it's not just about music. This is about mind control, because why would you go through these links every single time? But yeah, y'all, this is just psychological warfare. This is what I mean by the war is it's a spiritual war. But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, follow, share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace out. From having pyramids in the sky now to having these floating octopus or whatever this is, y'all. Have y'all seen this? Check this out, man. This was recorded in Massachusetts yesterday. This guy was driving down his road and he looked up and he seen this glowing octopus in the sky. Look at this. Is that Korma from Naruto? All right, so I zoomed in for you guys. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. Y'all not telling me that that's a kite. Y'all not telling me, because why does it have a glow to it? Why doesn't it look from this world, y'all? Look at this. What? What is that? Y'all, there is something going on with our reality, man. There's another reality merging with ours because, again, yo, we've never seen anything like this. That's not a kite, y'all. That thing is glowing red.
What do you guys think? I don't know. Since AI came out, to be honest, all these UFO and these lights in the sky, I'm having much of a harder time to even considering them. But I'm not stating my position. I'm just saying.
Fire red in the sky. That's literally some anime stuff, man. I told y'all, man, our life is literally these movies and these TV shows. It's like all our lives, we grew up with these things in our face in comic books and television, and they told us it's science fiction, but this thing is happening in our reality right here, right now. And the Bible also tells us that men's hearts will fail them for what they are getting ready to see. So what are we about to see that we have never seen before, or what they've been putting in our face that we don't actually realize it's real? It's gonna get a lot more interesting, y'all. Let me know that in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Y'all see Korma. Let's get it. Peace in.
Dr. Masaru Emoto, who did all this work with water, his first experiment was to put a bottle of water, have all of his students send negative energy. I hate you, you're stupid, you're a fool. Took that water, froze it in little petri dishes, bring it out, stick it under a microscope with a camera on top. It forms these big, ugly black blobs. Take the same kind of water, another bottle, send positive energy to the water, freeze it, put it under the Petri dish when it's melting, forms beautiful snow crystals. So we know that two things were fascinating. Water has memory, and 85% of your body is made up of water. Your brain is made up of even more water. So when you're saying negative things to yourself, you're affecting yourself in a physiological way.
7 years of research, I've never seen anything like this before. This is a motor that cells use to move around. You have trillions of them in you right now. That is the top of a column in a Hindu temple. The level of detail and craftsmanship is one thing, but there's a level of geometric and engineering knowledge that is closer to what we see in aircraft manufacturing. That turbine and the biomotor both do the same thing so that an airplane and bacteria can move. If this isn't depicting the same thing, you're gonna have to explain to me where the design inspiration came from that coupler and the little stator guy right here. No way they could see these things. These things are complex molecular parts that are assembled and held together by electrons.
It's like as much as the world is more complicated than we think, it really feels like it's reflected in every single level from like the micro to the macro. And it's very interesting to see the ancients and our new technology with microscopes and all that type of stuff, to see that it actually correlates, you know, so many years later. I find it so impressive.
And run on electricity so bacteria can move. This little guy is what gets me though. He's like a little clutch that engages the molecules so it can spin. That's not what that is. Run it back. In the little animation, you know what you see when you look straight up into that motor? You see this thing right here. If you look straight up in one of these temples, guess what you see? There's a pile of coincidences and then there's a pile of explanations, and this pile is getting quite large. Last one, they may look the same, but the biomotor runs on electrical frequency, which I would have labeled with a snake if I was writing a manual for this thing.
And that's a wrap for today, familia. Whether you're tuning in with the sunrise or you're posted up at midnight, I appreciate your time, your energy, and your curiosity. Remember, this isn't about truth or fiction, it's about perspective. If this sparked a thought, a laugh, a deeper question, then we did our job. Drop your thoughts in the comments, keep the convo alive, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you keep riding the wave. We're just getting started. Until next time, stay grounded, stay weird, stay critical. This was Adam Strain, and this is Adam Strain Reacts.
I don't know what y'all think, but now's the time for us to link up. Really think we on the brink of making a change from living this strange. Living this strange.